Hey, it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do another vintage tutorial. This time I'm recreating this amazing look that Christy Turlington wears in the 90s. This isn't a full transformation, I did try, but I think it just looks more inspired, and I found a lot of very similar pieces by thrifting. So I'm really proud of this thrifting job because this looks very, very similar. I love the Parisian hat, and I made my hair short with mini donuts. So you'll see how to get this whole look, but bear with me with the eyebrows because I used Prose to try to like pat them down, and then I was gonna use a prosthetic, and then it was a mess. So hopefully it doesn't distract from the tutorial. I would completely redo it, but I am headed to Florida for a new place. I'm looking for a place to move. Really hope you guys enjoy this whole tutorial and all the products I used. If you enjoy, thumbs up, and let's get into it. I've already applied the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer as my base after the skincare, and then I mixed two Rare Beauty shades. My usual shade is more neutral, and then I had a deeper shade that has more of a yellow undertone, so I wanted to add that in. The photo, her skin looks very yellow. It's definitely the filter, but I wanted to add more of a warm tone, so I stippled all over the skin, and I'm really excited for you guys to see how I made the hair shorter. So that's near the end, and for sculpting and concealing, one of my all-time favorites is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Concealer. It's super high coverage, and for more medium coverage, I would go with the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. That one's great for in person. I find this one's a little bit heavier, but if you want to highlight and conceal any blemishes at the same time, this one's amazing. And we're going to start the contouring with another Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This time it's the shade Honey, dotting around my forehead, under the cheekbones, fading into a bit of a vertical line, and then under the jawline as well. I usually really don't like contouring with cream products. I almost always use powders. I still do my nose contour with powder. I feel like you get a lot more control. But this concealer blends out really nice, and the shade is great because it adds warmth to the skin. And here's where I messed up. Okay, so I tried all morning to figure out how to make my eyebrows look more 90s without plucking them off. So I bought eyebrow prosthetics. I wanted to cover just the bottom of my brow though, not completely block them out, and it did not work for me. So I still had some Prose gluing down the bottom of my brows, and I thought maybe it would look smoother, but if anything, it probably made the bottom hairs stand out even more. This worked from afar, but this is just an inspired video, so I wish I just kept my natural brows. I will do that for the next time. And I'm all concealed, and I definitely needed to set my face with powder. This is by Gucci. It's one of my all-time favorite powders now, and it has a beautiful scent, beautiful compact, and I don't really use the brush it comes with. I prefer to really pat onto the skin and get a good set all over the face and my eyelids too. Oh, and I didn't use quite enough of the Honey Concealer, so I'm topping up with the Sephora Collection powder in a deeper shade for added warmth, more dimension to the cheekbones. And my hat was falling off. I got a mini beret for this because I had a full-sized one and it didn't read as well as this. For the nose contour, I'm taking a look at this picture of Christy and doing an inspired contour. You guys know I love taking inspiration for sculpting out my nose specifically. I don't really like my natural nose, so I like to add more structure with subtle shadows, and I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder here. It's the only one I've got that hasn't broken so far. So I don't necessarily recommend this if you travel with your makeup or if you are clumsy because it will break, but if you keep your makeup at home and you really want a good sculpting powder, this one is really nice. And then for brows, I'm attempting to fix my mistakes here with the Benefit Precisely My Brow in the shade 3.75. Has more warmth to it, and I'm drawing the thinner and more arched shape here. Honestly, maybe not as bad as I thought. Hopefully it doesn't bother too many of you guys. Moving on to eyeshadow. This Dior palette is great for creating this look. I decided to use this Armani base first. I love these eye tints. I find they don't crease and they are quite subtle. Applied all over the lid. And then the medium warmer brown from the Dior palette. Add a tiny bit to your brush and bring this into the crease and under the bottom lash line. With the taupe shade, I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury blending brush, by the way. So soft, it's amazing, and definitely my favorite eye brush by far. Creating a rounded crease shape, and I'm creating a smaller lid by cutting off the crease a bit lower. I also love brown nails for fall. The shade is Toasted Carob by Elle Polish. Carob? Did I say that right? Anyways, which is my friend Lauren's company, and I always go back to this shade. Adding a highlight from the palette to the brow bone. And to blend out the crease to the lid, I went with a lighter taupe shade on the outer corner to fade it together. Under the bottom lash line, add a highlight to the inner corner and then under the bottom lash line. And then underneath, I'm lightly shading with the matte taupe shade to create a similar eye shape. This technique gives you smiling eyes. You can accentuate the puff underneath your eye and it looks really cute. You can add like more shimmer and be more bold with it, but this look is pretty subdued. And just using one palette, you can get a pretty similar look, but looking at the photo, I thought the taupe could read a bit more purple, so I added a ColourPop shadow into the crease. And then I'm toning down the height of the crease shape here before doing some eyeliner. This eyeliner is by Perfect Diary. You can get it on Amazon and it is my favorite eyeliner. I grab for it anytime I'm doing a liquid eyeliner look. Create a small flick toward the tail of the brow, and I was so shaky here, having a hard time, but really carefully line in a super thin line from where your lashes start into the wing. If you want to make the eyeliner more seamless, take a pencil liner like this one by Charlotte Tilbury and line your upper lash line. In your inner tear duct, adding a bit of an edge so you have more of a feline look to the eye. This step is really fun and something I noticed about the picture. It could have been lighting, so take a metallic pearly white eyeliner, this one is from Essence, and draw above the black liner. I didn't follow this line all the way through the wing, but just through the main portion of the lid, and this is great if your eyeliner turned out to be a bit wobbly. If you made any mistakes, this is a quick touch-up, and it also makes the eyes really pop. Exfoliating my lips here and curling my lashes. I thought about wearing falsies, but I ended up going with more of a natural lash look using this MAC mascara, which has also become one of my favorites, and just fanning out the lashes, especially the outer corner ones. If you do like falsies, I love the Ardell Naked Lashes. I think this would be really nice with this look. And for lip liner, I'm using my go-to, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I think that's probably the most common product in my videos at this point, and I'm rounding out the upper portion of my lips to make them appear more full. And then the lipstick I picked out is from Gucci. Look at this gorgeous packaging, and it's called Mildred Rosewood. Such a pretty name for the shade, and it's beautifully pigmented. I'm patting over the lips, and on me it's appearing a bit more pink than Plum, which I saw more in the tube. Happens a lot on my lips, I don't quite know why, so I went with a cooler nude from Chanel to bring more of a neutral look to it. And I didn't quite finish the skin, so I have a couple more steps, and I went on a luxury makeup binge a while ago. I got this Tom Ford blush duo, and it's so pretty. The color is Peach Poison. I'm using the first peach shade on the tops of my cheeks and then sculpting with the deeper shade. And I can't do a tutorial without bringing in the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. I'm bringing a bit of a bolder highlight to the chin, tip of the nose, nose bridge, and cheekbones, and this always makes the skin really pop in the light. I also have another really pretty fall lip combo coming up, but first I'll show you how I did this hair, which I kind of made up on the spot. Use a mini hair donut, you can get these on Amazon, and bring it through the middle length of your hair and wrap the ends around the base of the bun so you can't see the netting anymore. And then roll inwards and pin into the bun, styling it as you want. So I tried to add some curved pieces and then set with hairspray. Other side, doing the same thing, bringing the bun through the middle of the hair, wrapping the ends around, and obviously this is for really long hair. If you already have hair that's just past your shoulders, you could curl inwards with a curling wand, pin curl it, and brush it out and get a very similar effect. Overall, I think this turned out pretty cute, and it did stay. The less bobby pins you use, the better, because you won't see them like slipping out or anything. You just use a couple and hide them in there. And because I am wearing a beret, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to bring in her little curl as well. So this is from an extension I had, and I cut a little piece, curled it, and stuck it into the hat. And this hairstyle with the striped top, beret, classy makeup, I think it looks so elegant and really unique. I think I mentioned at the beginning that I thrifted everything except the hat, so I can link that one down below. And I love Poshmark. I thrift at Thredda, Poshmark, sometimes Depop, but I find my best stuff at Poshmark, and this shirt was like $7 and it's one of my favorites. I added this jacket, which is vintage, I think from the 90s, and I found it on Etsy. If it wasn't for the brows, I think this would have been one of my favorite makeup looks, so let me know what you think. And for the pop culture password, comment one of the big 5. I don't know what's come over me, but recently I've been buying some luxury makeup products. So I picked up some Tom Ford. This is so stunning, and it is the Shade and Illuminate Blush in Peach Poison. I used this on the cheeks today, and of course you can use like any products you have, or if you find drugstore dupes, you could also use like the Milani Baked Blush in Rose D'Oro. I feel like it's a combo of these. But anyways, I am going to pat the peachy shade up top right here, and then with the deeper shade, contour with. And I just really loved how this turned out. And then I saw another picture of Christy that I thought was really stunning. I haven't actually tried this lip combo, so it could be a little bit off, but this is the picture. It's like very yellow toned. Ambulance, I gotta wait. Guys, I'm moving and I'm so excited. It has been a nightmare to film in New York. A nightmare. Anyways, so her lip looks very brown. Picked out this from MAC. It's called Antique Velvet. And it's such a pretty brown shade. So I'm gonna try this one on. If you like deep lips, I think this is a must. So I left the center kind of bare, and I'm gonna tone it down with the shade Yash from MAC, which is a longtime favorite. Ooh, mine's turning out even deeper than I thought it would. Hers looks like a little bit more like toasted, and mine looks definitely deeper brown. But I love this shade. So again, this is Antique Velvet. And I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and liked this tutorial, playing with some new makeup. I can't wait to do more like sit down videos where I can like talk through makeup maybe, or just do more live streams when I'm in a different apartment. I can't express how hard it's been to film in New York on my street. It's very loud. The light goes, you know, in and out because of the buildings and everything, like when the sun goes down. So I have like a very short window, and I'm very excited to have more freedom in my new apartment. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.